In the year 2002, I was no-knock raided by the chief of police, Michael Moore, of LAPD with an entire SWAT team twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past couple years, what I've done is I've been able to devise a system, understanding that the police have created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that they use to arrest you. I've also created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for you to follow that gives you back the power when you're forced to interact with these jackboot thug pigs. It has become a tyrannical jackboot thug police state, prison state, death state. I will win the governorship and I will change the policies from the top down.
Hi, I'm Corporal Wayne with the Talkie County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on.
So cops got me pulled over. First thing I'm going to do when I start recording is I'm going to put this hand right here. You see that? You see how that works? This hand is now up in the air. My camera is going to bright up the sky. So if it's nighttime, then the coppers can see that the camera is in my hand. You can see that my hand is here. The other hand goes up into the window. I'm in touchdown position right here. My hands look like they're a goalpost. This hand is actually, I took my little miniature armrest right here. I put it up right here. Bam. This is how I use my trifold. If anything happens to me, I'm all set right here. Okay, now that I got this like this, my camera's rolling. Most important thing. Second thing, my elbow goes in the windowsill right there. Do you see that? My elbow goes in the windowsill right there. There it is, right there. Now, with this hand up in the air and this hand up in the windowsill right here, I'm all set. I'm all set. The most I'm going to do is take the same hand right here, reach down and slightly roll my window down just a scooch. I'm all set up. I'm in touchdown position. This hand is rolling camera. This hand is up here so that I can reach up and grab my trifold and my proof of identification and my license. Everything is up in my visor. When that copper comes up to my window and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over? Do you know how fast you were going? How come you didn't pull over right away?" If he says, "Hey, can I get your license, registration, and proof of insurance?" Great, because this hand is not going to have a camera in it. The one that I got my hand in now, my camera's in this hand over here. I'm in touchdown position, just like a goalpost. Now from right here, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to, with the same hand that this phone's in, I'm going to reach over and grab my license, registration, and proof of insurance that is in my trifold right here. It's inside my trifold. Here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance right there. I got everything right there. See how that works? I'm just going to slide that bad chicken out. There's everything I have to provide by law right there. License, registration, proof of insurance. I have everything right next to my trifold. Now, no matter what he says from there, I don't care what he says. How fast were you going? Are you going to your grandma's house? Are you the big bad wolf? No matter what he says, I'm not going to answer any of his questions. I take my license, registration, proof of insurance that will be in my left hand, and I give it to him. You got it on video?
Not your actual.
No, that's not that, but that's got my DL number right on the top.
Okay.
D1940.
So you have your actual driver's license?
Well, I mean, that is an actual photocopy of my driver's license, a laser copy. Actually, if I take the rest of the tape off there, it looks prettier than my actual driver's license. There you go. I don't want to deal with he didn't identify himself. He didn't have his registration. He didn't have his current ID. He didn't have his current insurance card. No. I have everything ready to go. It's right here with the same hand right here. I'm going to take it like this, and I'm just going to slip my information right out the cracked window for that jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. JBTP, jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. I don't have a back and forth with the pig. I don't do that. I do not have a back and forth with that pig. Where are you going? Where are you heading? All that? No. I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm not even going to entertain it. Not going to nod. Nothing. I'm going to give him my license, registration, proof of insurance. I'm just going to slip it right there. That's how it's going to work. Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. Here's the insurance. Here's the rental car agreement. And my driver's license is right here. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around because you could die. It's a real thing. It's a reality here. So now I'm not going to get myself killed because I didn't follow a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. I'm recording everything with my phone from over here. Everything's being recorded. You see that? The phone is facing me, so my head is the most important thing. Now, once I've given him my license, registration, and proof of insurance, I'm filming everything. He asked me where I'm going. I say I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay.
If you ask me another question, you're violating my rights, and I'll file a lawsuit against you. Write your ticket, do what you're going to do, but don't harass me any further.
Your Honor, I'm showing him on camera that I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. Say it with me. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. This is how it goes. This is the way it is. Now, if he says, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Do you have a firearm in the car? I'm then going to take my trifold and point at it, and I'm going to go down the list of questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I'm been. Don't ask me what my favorite color is. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. It says everything right there on your freaking trifold. You don't have to answer any questions. He says, where are you coming from? And I say, Your Honor, I have shown the pig at the window that I clearly have identified that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment, and he already asked me where I'm going. He's violated my Fifth Amendment right. I'm showing him on video. It's on the literature. Your Honor, this is for my federal civil rights lawsuit. If I was you, pig, I would just go write your ticket. That's what I would do if I was you, pig.
Get the hell out of my face. There's everything you need. Go on.
That's what I would. If I was you, piggy, I would go and write your ticket. This is how it works. This is how you use your trifold completely. This is the way you do it. There's no other way that I've taught. This is how you do it. Phone goes here. Elbow goes here. Trifold, identification, everything is up in the visor here. I'm ready to go. These bootlicking troll channels, they sat down and they did the math one time and they said, well, Chille, if he sells 20 trifolds in a day, that's some pretty good money. Why would he live so poor? Why wouldn't he spend some money? Why wouldn't he go and do some things? Well, you jack off nobody. It's because I have a mission. There's a purpose here. My purpose is to get a trifold in every single car in America. The mission is to get the Fifth Amendment cop cards in everybody's wallet. The yellow and blue cards only come out when there's a pig in front of you. That's when the yellow and blue cards come out. You don't pull the yellow and blue cards out until there's a pig in front of you. You memorize the cards so you know it backwards and forward. But this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new redesigned Fifth Amendment cop card. Now, the driver card is in blue and the non-driver card is in yellow. Now, they're easily color-coded. So you know driving is blue, non-driving is yellow. You have to have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet at all times. If you carry your credit cards in your phone, it's the exact same size as your Visa, as your driver's license. And these cards, they're made out of the exact same material as a hotel key, your Visa card, your driver's license. They don't destroy. It won't melt in your wallet. You need to have a Fifth Amendment driver and non-driver cop card in your wallet. These are the best gift you'll ever give anybody. Thanks. My name is ChilleDeCastro, and I am DeleteLawZ. Yo, sorry about that. What is going on out there in the land of YouTube? What's going on out there in social media on X? What's going on? Sorry about that. It froze there for a second. Boy, I was watching that intro. I think I should change that intro up a little bit. I mean, I that intro is pretty aggressive. What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? What are you guys doing? How's life? Let me show you guys something. This came across today. Will you guys do me a favor? Will you put in the comment section OTVO?
Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the comment section for me. OTVO. Put it in the comment section for me. Just drop it down in there. Who do I got there? I got Chevy. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What you got going? Soy Leal is in the house. James, what's going on? Brian, how are you guys? So you guys saw the intro. I'm doing it. I'm still doing the same thing. I'm going to keep giving you guys a free extra trifold and a pair of cop cards. If you get a trifold, that's what I'm going to do. But as you guys know, we can't stop. We don't stop. We're not going to stop. We have to keep fighting back constantly, never ending. I mean, I have to go into government in some ways, and in a very big way, and it's all consuming it. You have to make sure that it doesn't completely consume your heart and your soul. Some of these coppers, a lot of these coppers are really, really bad people. I mean, not all of them. I met some coppers in the dungeon who weren't horrifically horrible to me. And I met some coppers in real life who in front of me weren't horrifically horrible. But what do we see? We're seeing in today's world, it's like the bag of M&Ms analogy, right? I'm going to give you some M&Ms, and in the bag of M&Ms, there's only 21 M&Ms that are poison. How many do you want? And that's where we are with the coppers, you know? And so it's like, we don't stop. We don't stop, Billy. We just keep going. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. But I wanted to show you guys something. Thank you, Billy, for the super chat. I want to show you guys something. This is something that it's like OTVO, Overturn Terry. So if you guys don't know anything about me and you're just getting to the channel, my name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm an autodidactic constitutional law scholar, and I've been studying the history of what makes law, where law comes from, tracking back the very origins of what the Constitution is based upon, the founding fathers. I've done this crazy deep study on understanding constitutional law. And so then what I did in 2020 is I put up a big timeline and I taught constitutional law on a wall for about 3 months on TikTok, got 250 million views. And then I went to Ironton, Ohio. And so I started to audit coppers in Ohio. And now what I do right now, since I just got out of the dungeon, Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how horrible and awful this system is. This is probably one of the worst. Sorry about that.
Prompting more questions than answers. Cop shot.
They kill this guy. They go into the neighborhood and they murder Samuel Sharp Jr. The cops just kill him.
Dead a man near the Republican convention in Milwaukee, prompting more questions than answers. And heads up, the body cam video is hard to watch. This was the scene yesterday afternoon when a group of police officers in Milwaukee were grouped for a briefing about protesters near the Republican National Convention. As the briefing begins, you can hear one of the cops say,
"He's got a knife."
The cops suddenly realize a fight is going down right near them, so they take off on foot to break it up. You can hear more yelling before the officers open fire, ultimately killing the man. Media later identified the victim as this man, Samuel Sharp Jr.
So just for a second, Samuel Sharp Jr., who lived in a tent, had a pocket knife, and they killed him just like that, not even skipping a beat. So just for a second, we recognize you, Samuel. You had a life, dude.
Who lived in a tent encampment near the site. Friends said he was an active Jehovah's Witness who was always friendly and had a dog, but also may have suffered from mental illness. The community is pissed and are demanding answers because it only took 15 seconds for cops to open deadly fire. The cops were over a mile away from where the convention was taking place, and those police officers were in town from Columbus, Ohio to assist with convention security.
Why are they out here outside of the RNC security zones killing our community members?
And an eyewitness told local media that the knife Samuel had in his hand was a small knife and that Samuel froze when he saw police running towards him.
Taser, yes, I can understand. He had a little knife, and it was still a knife.
They're trained police officers. You got to use deadly force on that.
Meanwhile,
That's the whole point, is that's how coppers are trained. The way the copper is trained is that if you have a pocket knife that's this big or this big, that the copper should shoot to kill you. And I have some more interesting data that somebody sent me that I'm going to show you. One second.
Republicans were inside a safe security zone, far away from protesters and those whose lives have been devastated by the economy they support. Critics say incidents like this are why we need to abolish police completely, totally rethinking both our economy so everyone has the basic necessities of life and community safety. What would
So that is specifically from the speech, The Great Society by Lyndon Baines Johnson.
need to abolish police completely, totally rethinking both our economy so everyone has the basic necessities of life and community safety. What?
So that was, I was in that dungeon for 4 months, so I did a lot of studying. And that was Lyndon Baines Johnson. That was his great speech after JFK was assassinated. And then he took over, and then he ran for re-election and he won. So that's going to be 63 to 69 is going to be Lyndon Baines Johnson. So he ran on this platform of this great society, that there would be no poverty, nobody sleeping outside on the ground, no racism, and we would create a society, this amazing, homogenous society that we all are like this melting pot and we totally meld together perfectly. If you want to know what it is, here it is.
Why we need to abolish police completely, totally rethinking both our economy so everyone has the basic necessities of life and community safety. What would crime look like if everyone had a roof over their head, food to eat, access to mental health care, and a stable income?
Lyndon Baines Johnson, all the way.
Your child needs these three.
Oops, I have no idea. Okay, we'll keep it.
Can I come in? Can I get out of my car? You're not my boss, you're not my daddy. You don't give a fuck. I don't want to go to the ground. What are you doing?
On March 8, 2023, in Orange County, Florida, a traffic enforcement officer randomly running license plates initiates a street.
Can I come in? Can I get...
Watch it again. Just okay. Remember, take a look. You're watching over a pullover here. Someone's been pulled over. Keep it in perspective. This is one human being with another human being, and you're talking about some sort of traffic infraction.
Get out of my car. You're not my boss, you're not my daddy. You don't give a fuck. I don't want to go to the ground.
Now she's on the ground and they're manhandling this woman. They have their hands all over her. Why? What's the point? Well, why does this have to happen in our country? Why did
I get out of my car? You're not my boss, you're not my daddy. You don't give a fuck. I don't want to go to the...
Why? Just stop right here. Full stop. Why does this have to happen right here? For real. This should have to happen right here if this woman was beating on another person and he couldn't get her to stop.
On March,
what are they doing?
I don't want to go to the ground.
Okay, what's okay? Just, in the name of what's good and what's normal and true in the world, what is he doing to her? Why is his hand on the back of her neck? How does this make our society better right here? Let's say she's unreasonable, she's difficult, she's not a pleasant person. Let's say that she's one of the worst people you're ever going to be around. Why is his hand on the back of her neck squeezing it like that? What is the point of him doing that to her? Why?
On March 8, 2023, in Orange County, Florida, a traffic enforcement officer randomly running license plates initiates a stop.
Okay, full stop again. Full stop again. Listen to the society that we have allowed to build these horrific police state walls around
Orange County,
us.
Florida, a traffic enforcement officer randomly running license plates.
Randomly running license plates. What kind? I mean, listen, what kind of bozo police state do you want to live in if there's people just randomly running license plates to see if there's a reason why?
It's a stop on a driver named Jasmine for a suspended license and a state-issued seize tag order.
So you're just looking to try to criminalize somebody. Just think about it for a second, though. Just put it into your own perspective for a moment. Let's just say you had a broken arm, you took medication, you backed into a trash can, you got a DUI for that, and you lost your license. Let's just say it happened to you, where you did hurt your arm, you did take medication, then you got a DUI for that medication. Just say. And now you need to go from point A to point B in the world. Put a 1 in the chat if it would be damn near impossible for you to function without being able to drive your car. Let me put a 1 for myself. It would be absolutely impossible for me to function without a car.
Stop. How you doing? License and registration, please.
245,000, copy of verbal control.
As soon as I get your license, I'll be glad to tell you.
So, and shouldn't this change? I mean, really, if you're talking about changing things, just listen for 1 second. You can hear it.
245,000, copy of verbal control.
As soon as I
Why'd you pull me over? She said.
get your license, I'll be glad to tell you.
As soon as I get your license, I'll be glad to tell you. What kind of helter-skelter nightmare have I woke up in? And now it's coppers just get to walk up to me and say, give me your papers. And you say, why do I got to give you my papers? And they say, just go ahead and hand your papers over, and then I'll let you know why. At the tip of a gun. At the tip of a gun. Give me your papers. That's what you're seeing. That's what we're living in right now. Well, how come you want my papers? Just give me your papers. Just give me your papers. That's the world that is it's called a police state. When at the tip of a gun, you have got to give up your papers if you're behind the wheel of a car. Then you have got to give up your papers. Just put it into a very simple perspective. That's all. I'm just putting it simple for you so you see.
Thank you, ma'am. Jasmine, the reason why I'm stopping you is because I run the plate. Your license actually comes back suspended, and you have a seize tag order in reference to your car insurance. Yeah. Oh, I mean, you do.
No, I went to the courthouse yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Does it look like she's living in her car? Does it look like her passenger seat is completely full?
Right. You made the payment, but you didn't take care of everything else.
How do you know?
Because it says in my record.
I just did it yesterday. Maybe you didn't update it. You didn't say I couldn't drive.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, you can't drive. Your license is suspended.
It's not. If I went to the courthouse,
Okay. Jasmine, when's the last time you had a ticket?
I haven't been pulled over. You're the first one to pull me over in months.
So you've never had a ticket before?
No, only red light camera tickets.
Red light cameras? Okay. Has your license ever been suspended before?
No.
No? Okay. And the address here, is this correct?
Yeah.
Well, which one? The one on your license here or the Conway Road?
The one on my license.
The one on your license? Okay. Because they don't forward DL information. That's why. How long has it been since you lived in Conway?
Only 2 months.
A couple months. Okay. So you just moved back here? Okay. And what do you have there? You were trying to show me something else. What's this?
This is the paper. I did that to court.
You know, it's just so you know, it is so important for you to have everything put together. Your license, your registration, your proof of insurance, all put together on a laminated card, and you have got to fight hell, tooth, and nail. I mean, whatever the saying is, you have to fight tooth and nail to make sure that your license, registration, and proof of insurance are all up to date and ready. You have to make sure you can't stand on your rights if you don't have yourself put together. It's just, there's no other way to put it. And so I don't know what's going on with her license. We're going to see.
Okay, this shows you live in Kissimmee. The paperwork that you filled out yesterday. I'm sorry? Well, because you have to have the correct address on your license. That's a civil infraction. The Kissimmee one?
The one on my ID.
Okay, well, why would you write incorrect information?
I didn't write incorrect information.
Okay, so as soon as you start having that back and forth with the copper, you have to stand on your rights. You invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Whatever's going on, the computer's going to come back and say about her driver's license. There's nothing she's going to say, or she's going to talk her way out of this copper doing what he thinks is his job. Right or wrong. Put a one in the chat if that's a fact. She's not going to talk him into him being kind today. She's not going to talk him into being a sweet person. He didn't sign up to do this job to be a sweet guy. He didn't sign up to help you out. He didn't. I'm just, is that right or is that wrong? Put a one in the chat if that's correct. You immediately invoke your Fifth Amendment right. And then you chill, because you're going to see eventually it's going to lead to where she gets attacked.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Jasmine claims to have had her license reinstated the previous day, yet the officer's computer states otherwise, and she already has 4 previous suspensions on her record. As Jasmine continues to argue,
and so the reporter's slant in this is that
it's otherwise, and she already has 4 previous suspensions on her record.
You can hear with the ferociousness that the reporter says
previous day, yet the officer's computer states otherwise, and she already has 4 previous suspensions on her record.
Like, he's just so happy that she's going to get just put over the barrel.
Jasmine continues to argue. The officer goes back to his vehicle to inspect the paperwork more closely. But when Jasmine gets tired of waiting, she exits the vehicle and approaches the officer.
Have a seat at your car. Have a seat in your car when I'm done. Ma'am, I don't care. You have a seat in the car. Okay.
So, okay, full stop. I mean, come to a full stop here, okay? He's in a car, in a copper car, okay? He's in a copper car, right? He can go over and roll that window up. He can roll his window up and completely ignore her. Right or wrong? Put a one in the chat if that's a fact. He doesn't have to respond to her at all whatsoever. She's been pulled over. Put a one in the chat if you understand that when they got their emergency lights on, they pulled you over, that you've been detained. You understand that? Put a one in the chat. I understand that if I get pulled over, I've been detained according to Terry versus Ohio. I get it. I've been detained. I have to stay right here. I've been detained. But I'm going to reserve all my rights. I'm going to plead the Fifth Amendment. And then if she comes out right here to talk to her, he doesn't have to answer. He could tell her, don't drive away, I'm running paperwork, and put the window right back up. He doesn't have to respond. He doesn't have to escalate at all. If there's some girl standing in the middle of the road, she's going to stand in the middle of the road. You could tell her, hey, get out of the road. Let me finish what I'm doing. But he doesn't have to continue after that. She's going to do whatever she's going to do. Let her do it. Looks like they're in a parking lot. Looks like there's a building right there to the right. Doesn't look like there's traffic going by. Why can't he just leave her right where she is? I don't understand why he has to deal.
Have a seat in your car when I'm done. Ma'am, I don't care. You have a seat in the car. Okay, listen to me. You don't have the right to get out.
I have the right to do whatever I want. If I can get out of my car, get out of my car. You cannot tell me I cannot get out of my car.
Yes,
Okay. So there's some clutch words here, y'all. So if I were her, right? And you guys have seen me get out of the car and address police, right? You see me do that. So if I were her, I would say, I understand that I'm being detained. I'm being detained in this area. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to address you and let you know, hey, I got this done yesterday, which is what they said. She said the story was she got it done yesterday. So if you're going to, which I don't recommend you do this, but if I were her and she did this, then I would let the copper know up front. And I don't see her holding her camera in her hand. I mean, she should be leading with this and with this. You know, I have the right to remain silent. And then he says, don't get out of the car. She opens it up and she says, that would be Pennsylvania versus Mims. If you want me to get out of the car, driver, get out of the car. I'm only exiting for your safety, officer. I'm only exiting my vehicle for your safety because it's safer for you when I exit the car. So all I'm doing, officer, is I'm following the 1977 holding by the Supreme Court of America, Pennsylvania versus Mims. It says, I exit the car for officer safety. Don't you feel safer now that I'm outside the car? I mean, you do make us get out of the car for officer safety. I'm just wondering, do you feel safer now? Because it doesn't seem like he feels safer.
I can't.
How can you not? You're not my boss. You're not my daddy. You don't do
There's
shit
a
for me.
Supreme Court ruling that says you need to get back in your car.
Oh,
To do whatever I
what?
want. If I can
Ma'am.
get out of my car, I can get out of my car. You cannot tell me I cannot get out of my car.
Yes, I can.
How can you not? You're not my boss. You're not my daddy. You don't do
There's
shit
a
for me.
Supreme Court
I
ruling
need
that
you
says you
back
need to
up.
get back in your car.
What Supreme Court? Arizona versus Johnson, 2009. What Supreme Court holding says that you have to stay in the car? Have you heard of that? I've never heard of that. I know that there are holdings. You know, I'm not going to play like I'm dumb here. There are Supreme Court holdings that state that the officer does have that you are detained. So I think it is the 2009 case of Arizona versus Johnson that you are detained. All the passengers in the car are also detained. That's the actual writing. So you are detained in the car, but I don't know if there's a Supreme Court holding that says that I'm allowed to detain you and your detainment is inside of your car. I don't know. I know Arizona versus Johnson says yes. Once pulled over, everybody is detained. The 2009 case of Arizona versus Johnson is an extension or jurisprudence based on the 1968 case called Terry versus Ohio. So I know that. I just don't know if it's like what he's saying here.
Whatever I want. If I can get out of my car, I can get out of my car. You cannot tell me I cannot get out of my car.
Yes, I can.
How can you not? You're not my boss. You're not my daddy. You don't do
There's
shit
a
for me.
Supreme Court
I
ruling
need
that
you
says you
back
need
up.
to get back in your car.
Supreme Court
Now
rule?
get back in
Let
your
me
car.
see it. Let me see the paper.
Google it. Get back in your car.
I'm not Googling nothing.
Okay. Ma'am, you're losing your car today. I'm impounding the car.
How are
I'm
you
taking your
impounding my
license
car?
and I'm taking your tag.
How are you?
Okay. Impounding her car. It looked like she was living in her car. So she may be on another level right now, but maybe not. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe she wasn't living in her car.
So if you want to call somebody to come get you, that's the best thing.
I'm here
Okay.
by myself. And
Well,
I
I apologize. Your license is suspended 4 times. You have.
Yeah, I'm here
Okay.
by myself. And
Well, I apologize. Your
My kids?
license is suspended 4 times. You have an FR suspension.
No, I just went
and
to
you
the
have not
courthouse
cleared
yesterday.
everything.
I showed you the
Everything
paper.
is not cleared up.
What do you mean? Then why
I'm
didn't
telling
she
you.
tell me that? I asked her any other problems. She didn't say nothing.
Well, I'm telling you what there is. I will
but
give
you
you all
can't
the
impound
court.
my car.
I will give you all the information. Your car is getting impounded.
What do you mean by that?
It's going to go to the.
Well, we know what he means. He's going to take the car and steal your car and hope that you don't have the money to be able to get your car out of the impound so that it goes to their auction.
The record yard. It's going to go to police. Your car is getting impounded.
What do you mean by that?
It's going to go to the record yard. It's going to go to police impound until you get a valid license. So you physically go down to the DL office and reinstate your license.
Why can't I
You
just take
owe
it to
money
my house?
because you're not allowed to drive.
I've been
I
paying
cannot
monthly
let
on
you
it.
get in a car and
No,
drive
I
again.
went to the courthouse
Okay.
and she said there's no problem.
I'm just telling you what's going on. Well, you can take it up with the clerk.
I was just there
Okay.
yesterday. So hold on a second. Just remember, I haven't called a police officer any slur at all today whatsoever. I have my My verbiage has been on par for a polite society. Is that what we are? So anyway, the point is though, this copper right here, does he seem like he's being kind? Like he's there to help somebody out? Is that what it seems like to you? Does it seem like he has any empathy at all? Like he has any sort of people skills at all? No, just hold on a minute. Put yourself in that situation. You got her license been suspended 4 times. It's still suspended, right? Okay, right? You got her. A process now has to happen, which includes her not getting access to her car. She keeps driving on a suspend, which, by the way, the driver's license scam is a whole nother conversation. But in the current policies, procedures, protocols, ordinances, codes, okay. So you're in that position. I'm in that position right now. I have to go to this woman and say, look, everything's on camera. You're 4 times. I got to take the car, right? Okay. So how do I do that? Like this? Is this how you do it? I'm taking the car. I'm impounding. He doesn't go over and say, look, here's where we are. Let me explain it to you according to the computer. What it's saying is that at this point, I know you have kids. You just said, I have to take this car. I'm sorry. Don't hold it against me. I'm just doing my job, right? But the point is, he could deliver this message in a more, if he was a decent person, right? Because I remember I haven't said any, I haven't even said JBT. I haven't said anything, right? I said put OTVO in the chat. I didn't say anything else, right? That's what I said. So right here, though, is this guy being kind? Is he?
You go to police impound until you get a valid license. So you physically go down to the car, do all the information. You're take the car.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna let this play and stay with me here. Stay with me. And all I want you to listen to is the level of empathy, kindness, understanding, human connection that this copper does right here. I'm just gonna let it play. Let's just listen to it. Just listen. Think about you're in total control over another human being. That's the system we've created, a total police state where he's in total control of her in every single way, physically, financially.
Have a seat in your car when I'm done. Ma'am, I don't care. You have a time.
I don't care. I'm not going to interrupt it again. I'm just going to let it play. Let's just listen to how this guy treats another person when he has total control over everything.
Have a seat at your car. Have a seat in your car when I'm done. Ma'am, I don't care. You have a seat in the car. Okay, listen to me. You don't have the right to get out.
I have the right to do whatever I want. If I can get out of my car, I can get out of my car. You cannot tell me I cannot get out of my car.
Yes, I can.
How can you not? You're not my boss. You're not my daddy. You don't get
There's a Supreme Court ruling that says you need to get back in your car. Now get back in your car.
Let me see the paper.
Google it. Get back in your car.
I'm not Googling nothing.
Okay. Ma'am, you're losing your car today. I'm impounding the car. I'm taking your license and I'm taking your tag.
How are you impounding
So if you want to
car?
call somebody to come get you, that's the best thing.
I'm here by myself. And
I apologize. Your license is suspended 4 times. You have an FR suspension.
No, I just went
and
to
you
the
have not
courthouse
cleared
yesterday.
everything up.
I showed you the
Everything
paper.
is not cleared up.
What do you mean? Then why didn't she tell me that? I asked her if there any other problems. She didn't say nothing.
Well, I'm telling you what there is.
Okay,
I will
but
give
you
you
can't
all the
impound
court
my
tickets.
car.
I will give you all the information. Your car is getting impounded.
What do you mean by that?
It's going to go to the record yard. It's going to go to police impound until you get a valid license. So you physically go down to the DL office and reinstate your license.
Why can't I just
you
take
owe
it to
money
my house?
because you're not allowed to drive.
I've been
I
paying
cannot
monthly
let
on
you
it.
get in a car and
No,
drive
I
again.
went to the courthouse and
Okay.
she said there's no problem.
I'm just telling you what's going on. Well, you can take it up with the clerk.
I was just there
Okay.
yesterday.
Hey, Ron, come on over. Ma'am, I can't help it if she doesn't do her job.
You can't.
I can't help that.
And I told you to pay How are you going to
I was in jail with this guy.
Do you not understand what I'm telling you?
Ma'am,
How stupid I think I
go
am.
stand by your car.
And then you're going to tell me
Go
to
stand by your car. Go stand by your car.
yesterday and I paid over
Okay.
$200
Ma'am,
to the fucking car.
you're this close to going to jail.
Don't give a fuck.
Okay. You're this close to go to jail. Go have a seat by your car.
Okay, so I'm sorry for the distraction here. Well, good to see you, Team DLZ 24/7.
Go stand by your car.
Okay, so she's losing her mind because she's about to lose her vehicle, okay? She's losing her mind because she's about to lose her ride. She's got to pick up her kids, remember?
Go stand by your car. Okay. Ma'am, you're this close to going to jail. Okay. You're this close to go to jail.
Hold on a minute, though. What is she this close to going to jail for? If he wasn't going to take her to jail a second ago, now he's going to take her to jail just because she's upset? Just because she's frustrated that her car is going to go? She can't, man or woman, she's got to get it out. She's not allowed to be upset now. You weren't going to take her to jail a second ago. 4 times suspended license. You were just going to let her go and take her car because those are the rules and everything's on camera and your policy, procedure, and protocol. Okay, got it. But now she's got to go to jail? That's what he's saying to her? Because why? Because she's upset?
Go have a seat by your car.
Jasmine continues to argue, and as backup arrives, she gets back into her vehicle and makes a brief attempt to flee.
Ron, don't let her go.
Listen to the music this guy puts in here. He just kind of glorifies it. It's just gross to me.
Get out of the car now.
Okay. And now, you know, this unreasonable escalation by police. You got her. She didn't get away. She smashed nothing. She came to a full stop. Is it a bonehead, stupid, idiotic thing to do? Yes. Ridiculously stupid. She got stopped. She didn't get to flee. She didn't ram the cop car. She didn't try back. She stopped right here. Okay. So is it dumb? Yeah, it's dumb for sure.
Get out of the car. Turn around, put your hands on the back.
What is your problem?
Get out of the car.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
Relax. Relax.
You're hurting me. You're
Relax.
hurting me.
Okay. Why? Okay. Stop. She's out of the car, right? Just run it back. Okay.
Car now.
Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car. Turn around, put your hands on the back.
Okay. She stopped the car, didn't ram a cop car, and then he said, "Get out of the car." She got out of the car.
What is your problem?
Get out of the car.
Okay.
What is your problem?
Okay, that's it right there. Full stop. That's it. Beat it. Beat it, kid. F off. I got your keys. I got your car. You're getting your tickets. F off. Got you. Taking your car. She complied. She did a stupid thing. You can't run, you can't fight, and you can't miss court. And you can't call the bailiff a pig. It's the only slur I've said the whole entire broadcast. But you can't do those things. You can't run, you can't fight. You got to show up for court, and you can't call the bailiff a slur. So look though. I just want to show it again. She did a bonehead thing here.
Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car now.
What is
Get out of the car.
She does. She gets out of the car right now.
Turn around, put your hands on the back.
What is your problem?
She puts her hands up like she's told.
Get out of the car.
What is your problem?
Okay, that's it. Now, that's it. If you're a full-grown man, if you're a full-grown man, if you're a full-grown woman and you know, women cops too, I have all the power over you. I just got you, made you stop, got your booty out of the car, took your keys. That's it right there. That's it. Now you can let her go.
What is your problem?
Relax. Relax.
You're hurting me. You're
Relax.
hurting me.
Relax. Yeah. Relax. Oh, let me grab that hand.
You asshole! Get off of me!
She's still concerned about getting her kids. She's so concerned about getting her children.
Oh,
Go to the ground.
Wait a minute. Why? Hold on a second. Stop. Why does she need to go on the ground? The cops will say for officer safety, so I have full control. You already do. You got her keys. You got her out of her car. She can F off. It doesn't matter what she does. She can run over to a store in the mall parking lot that they're in. She could run down the road. At this point, it no longer matters. They got her keys. They got her car. She's got kids to worry about. You fluff her off like a little fly. Go, shoo fly. Don't bother me anymore. I'm taking your car. I got your keys. That's it. That's it. Why do they need to throw her on the ground? Is she an idiot? It seems like she's can't figure out that she's going to lose her license if she keeps on doing the same things over. It seems like she's not, the brightest bulb in the box. So we know that, right? You've lost your license 4 times. You never stopped speeding. You have to stop speeding. Put a 1 in the chat if you had to learn the hard way that you have to stop speeding. Put a 1 in the chat if you learned the hard way and you had to deal with getting your license back and SR22 insurance, or if you learned. I set the cruise control 5 miles an hour over. I don't want to deal with a copper. Woo-hoo-hoo! I just wanted to see if I could go through a whole broadcast without. So we've learned, right? But I'm just saying, in a civilized world where government was supposed to help us or work with us, if this woman keeps driving 90 miles an hour through neighborhoods, maybe it's best she doesn't have the right to drive. And maybe it's best they do take her car. But what's this? What are we looking at here? What are we watching, and why is it happening?
Get off of me! Get off of me! Get you asshole! Get off of me! Go to
Well, look at that!
Go to the ground.
What's that? What? I'm sorry. Let's watch it again.
Get off of me! Go to
Whack. Why? What? Why? Why? How come? Explain it to me. What? She's got to go get her kids, she keeps saying. Why does she need to get clubbed in the back of the neck and have her head pushed down? Why does she have to go on the hot pavement?
Go to the ground.
I don't want to go to the
Why? Why? She's got a bow in her hair.
ground. Get off of me! I have to go get my fucking kids. No, you are not putting me on me. What are you doing?
What are they doing? They're going to force you into submission. They're going to force you to be torture cuffed. They're going to force you. Yeah, you didn't do it how Simon says. Oh my God. Take a look at the amount of pressure. Just take a look. Take a look at what this copper's doing.
What are you doing?
Look at that. Look at his great big fat meaty hand. Look. There's another angle. Look at this dude with this arm on her 4 foot tall. She's 4 foot tall. 4'2". 4 foot 4.5 feet at the most. 4'9". Look, he's squeezing.
Roll over.
Oh, they got to get serious, man. They got to get serious with her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, you come get with it. Come get it. Get it. Get serious on her. She got to go get her kids, but no. Before she goes, I'm going to get serious on her 110-pound ass. Like, bro, this is what you're doing to another human being. This is what you are doing on camera to another person. Somehow in your brain, you've allowed other people to tell you what is right and what is wrong, what is humane and what is not inhumane. Doing this to a woman because she drove away, she was emotional, she had to get her kids. You got her out of the car, she complied. You got her away from her car, you can get her keys. You got her. She's done. She's cooked. All those tickets she's going to get now, plus that. And she's got kids. But that's not enough for you, bro. You've allowed someone else to put morality in your mind. And this is what you're doing to people. But you don't want to be called any kind of slur. But this is what you do to people. This is what you do to people, bro. But I shouldn't call you any kind of slur. There should be no slur for you, for you doing this to literally 110-pound. If she's 110, I'm shocked at that. But you're not done, bro. She was. I mean, look at her. Look, she's tiny.
Stop resisting.
And this gigantic dude. Sticking her face into the concrete, bro.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
You fucking asshole.
But don't you call them a slur.
Pull over. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stand up. Stand up.
So somewhere along the lines, you coppers have to take a look at your policies, procedures, and protocols and decide if that's what you want to be associated with doing to people. If the policy is to cram girls' face into the concrete, maybe your policy is a little screwed up, bro. Maybe you've turned off all morality. Morality equals the ability to think and thinking. You have exchanged your ability to think for someone else's policy, procedure, and protocol that will go in your brain. And you wonder why people call you slurs. You just heard and saw. You just heard it. She cried and screamed and begged for 10, 15 seconds straight, and the behavior from the men continued. Maybe the policies, procedures, and protocols that you signed up to do, bro, maybe, just maybe, they're inhumane. And maybe you not saying, why do we have to throw people on their faces and put our hands up? Why can't we just neutralize the threat and be like, you know what? Fluck off. Go on. Go fly a kite. I got your keys. I got your car. You tried to run. I'm going to add another ticket. Get the hell out of here. I mean, what I saw here, I wanted to share with you guys and show you the intricacies that are right in front of us, but maybe we're missing. And to the gentlemen and personnel who sign up to be police officers, I wanted to give you a clean rendition of DeleteLawZ so that you could understand what we all are seeing in front of us as being okay policy, procedure, and protocol that you agreed to do, brother, that you agreed to do. I'm delivering this message to you in a non-inflammatory, neutral, honest perspective. So you don't have to hate me, bro. I didn't call you any names. I just held up a mirror and showed you, bro, what you're doing to people without any inflammatory insults, without any name calling, without any real bravado here. I've been pretty monotone. And I just showed what you agreed is policy, procedure, and protocol for you, the alpha male who served in Iraq. You're the leader, bro. You're the leader. You agreed to do this. You don't question it at all. Every time I ask any one of you, why do we do it like this? You say that's above my pay grade. Same thing was in the dungeon, in the prison. It's above my pay grade. So let's finish it up. We're not even close to done.
That's my hand.
Stand up.
You fucking asshole. What the fuck? Oh my God, what did I get my kids? What is wrong with you?
He doesn't give a shit about you. That's what's wrong with him. She said, I got to go get my babies.
Look at my hand. I didn't do nothing to you. What the fuck?
Hey, you can't take off on a traffic stop. Get in, it's all on video. Get in.
And see, there's the worst part is that his side is justified. He's justified because she did drive away, but then when he told her what to do, she did it.
Get in.
You're such a dick.
Oh, yeah, he is. Put a one in the chat if he is what she said. Yeah.
County 249. Show it the black female 1015. And then resume normal.
249. What's happening? You guys okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Need for units?
You got it.
Negative. All units can cancel. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Did you hear that? It was going to be all units. And this is how big that dude was who had his hand on the back of her neck.
Time for units. Just finding good kids.
Huh? I got it. I got one.
You want some of those lights?
Yeah.
I'm calling him back. I'm not phone.
You take this handcuff.
Nope, you're going to jail, ma'am.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
He gets a nice, did you see that? Did you see that?
This handcuff.
Nope, you're going to jail, ma'am.
Gets himself a sip of his nice, delicious drink. She couldn't be thirsty, could she? She couldn't need some water as well. I'm just saying, she's not worthy of having a sip of water herself. Man, that looks like a fresh, delicious beverage.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, unfortunately, when you fled from the stop, you did something wrong. When you didn't listen, you did something wrong.
I was
so now, and then when you punched me, when you punched me on the ground, yep, you swung and hit me.
I did not.
Now it's battery, Leo.
It's a lie.
It's all on
I
video.
don't even know how to throw a punch.
Okay, it's all on video.
I don't know how to throw a punch.
Ma'am.
No.
Ma'am, it's all on video.
He's such a tough guy. He got punched, so he says. Now it's assault.
You all right?
Are you all right? He just asked that guy if he was all right because they brainwash these guys that it's for officer safety first. Your safety is the most important thing.
Yep. You want to?
Car. Am I able to call my mom?
No. You can call your mom after you get booked into the jail.
24 hours.
Wait a minute. I've been in situations before where I was arrested and the coppers called my people from my phone. Nope, but not for her. She's got to go to jail, and she doesn't get to call any of her people or her mom or anything else. Phone's going to go off and she's not going to know the number.
At where?
Why would I arrest you?
Yeah.
Because you ran from the traffic stop.
I didn't run from the traffic stop. I was at the red light, the light turned green. You
Ma'am.
over at the Wells Fargo.
Ma'am.
I got out the car.
Ma'am.
I was at the courthouse.
Did you not just drive off? Did you not just drive off?
Look at him.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at him grooming himself, getting himself all cleaned up. She's in the back sweating in torture cuffs.
Oh, why can't I go? I want
Because with the traffic stop wasn't done, and I told you that.
Yeah, but I need to go to court.
It doesn't matter. You don't have the right to leave. You don't have the right to leave. Well, I don't need to understand.
And they tell you you're fine to go. Why would you tell me I'm fine to go so I can get arrested?
Well, I don't know. That's between you and them. Well, unfortunately, you'll go to jail today. Unfortunately, you go to jail today. You'll get booked in.
You get booked in what, copper? You get booked in what? Your life is turned completely upside down. Anybody you call, it says from the jail. If you don't have people's numbers memorized, they won't get your phone for you. I've heard sometimes you can get a guard to get your phone, to get some phone numbers out. I never saw it happen. You could lose your job, the children you're about to pick up. And why is she going to jail? License can take her to jail. Gonna drag her off to jail for that. She's a danger to herself. She's a danger to society. This is, I mean, it's just hard to watch. And he feels so justified. She tried to drive off. Yeah, but then she complied with everything. She's a little nutty, bro. People are a little bit nutty. The answer for someone who's a little bit nutty is not, okay, I'm taking you to jail now. She's a little nutty, but she's not so nutty, right? She didn't smash into the cop car that stopped her. She didn't punch it in reverse. Is she nutty? Yeah, she's a little nutty. Do you have to drag her off to jail?
Okay, so when are you taking me there?
When I'm ready. It's my time. I will get done and we will head that way.
You're so inconsiderate. You hurt me. I'm bleeding. You hurt both of my legs. And you say I punched you. I can't even throw a punch. I've never even fought like that before. What are you talking about? You got complete control. You're trying to tell me a 130-pound girl was being threw a punch where both her hands behind her back? That's a lie.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
No, we're not.
Just one on a traffic stop. And she didn't believe her stuff was suspended.
No, I believe you.
Then she decided to jump when her car was getting ready to get impounded. She jumped in the car and took off.
Oh,
so Ron was able to get here. I was able to get there. And then, of course, she wanted to fight and not go to jail.
No, wait a minute. She drove off for sure. But then when the other copper pulled up, you stopped her and she gave up immediately. And then her wanting to fight you, that's just...
Fight. I don't know how to fight. I'm only 130 pounds. I'm small. Can I fight?
So it was a good day, I guess.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Nobody got...
What a psycho. I mean, what a psycho.
Small. Can I fight?
So it was a good day, I guess.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Nobody got hurt. No one's...
I'm hurt.
Nobody got hurt. So then get her out of the back of the car. Give her tickets and let her go. Nobody got hurt. He just said it himself. Let her go.
So.
I'm f***ing hurt. I'm bleeding and my head is hurting.
If the caregiver is there in FDS 51, we can respond.
How are you? Been a while, man.
If it's a DNR.
This is the part. How you doing? Been a while. This is the part that to me was probably the most despotic, the most disturbing when I was in jail just now. So there's a couple times in the dungeon when you're in jail, you hear how these guys are all buddy, you know, they're like starting to talk a little bit. There was this time that it was like my second or third day in jail, and they got a water bottle that you use to spray down the toilet with. Everybody uses the water bottle to spray the toilet down with because there's, you know, you want to wipe the toilet off before you go to the bathroom. And so there's this spray. It's really powerful, but my second or third day in jail, part of the water bottle was missing. And so I don't know what's really going on. I have no idea. I've only been in jail for a couple of days, and part of the water bottle is missing. I'm in a dorm with 75 other guys. And the next thing I know, we all have to go to our bunk. Everybody has to go to their bed. So now free time where you could go to the day room and play cards or go outside for a second or go to the barber shop maybe and get your hair trimmed. That now is stopped and everybody's sent to their bunks. And so I'm like, what's going on? And then the guard is like, which you know who you are, M. You know who you are, M. So then the guard is escalating up his voice and getting more and more mad that the top of the water bottle, I don't know, the little piece that goes on the water bottle, that they can't find the top of the water bottle. And so the other inmates in there are starting to really get excited. Like, hey, who's got the water bottle top, right? At this point, though, now people are admitting that they broke the water bottle top and put it down the toilet because they don't want what's about to happen next to happen. So here's what happens next. The guard at the top, MC, Scottish, you know who you are. He then escalates. Then he pushes and calls his radio and says, I'm missing top of a water bottle. The guy next to me says, get ready for the shit. I said, what do you mean? He said, he just radioed in that there's a problem. I said, so what's going to happen now? He said, you're about to find out. Just get ready to be treated like total shit. And I was like, so then the next thing I know, 20 guards come into the jail and surround the room. There's a missing top of a water bottle. So then they go, we're going to search all your stuff, these 20 guards. They just toss everything out of the bunk, everything. Flip your mattress over, any commissary, chips, whatever you got, toss it out. Your sheets, your pillowcase, everything is undone. Books are ran through, right? Then this is what they do to us. This is what they do over a missing water bottle top. Empty the trash cans, lay out the trash cans on big pieces of plastic like it's CSI Vegas. You literally going through tiny pieces of trash to find this water bottle top. Then we have to leave the barrack that we're in and go outside into the rec area where there's one basketball rim and a dip bar total, and a dip and pull-up bar and the same thing. And then we all have to go sit outside in this outside little rec area, arms crossed, POW style, like we're POWs being shipped in Iraq when we were shipping them from Guantanamo Bay and back. If you ever saw a picture of all the POWs as they were being flown from Iraq or Iran or I'm sorry, Afghanistan, and they're being shipped over to Cuba, that's how we were all sitting. Because after they tossed our bunk, started screaming, is this what you want? You want us to come in here? You want this? You want us to come and do this in this room? We will come and do this. This is what they're saying to us about a missing water bottle top. I've only been in this room for less than 48 hours. So I don't know the significance of a missing water bottle top. So as we're all sitting there, POW style, your legs got to be crossed, your arms got to go over the top of your knees, and you look straight ahead. And if you look over, you can see all these dudes. Look, we all look like Guantanamo Guantanamo Bay pictures. Then, after they've destroyed our bunks and then they patted us down, they were gonna strip search us, so they said, "No, we're not gonna strip search them." Then we got to go sit POW style on the ground. Then here's what happens: the guards behind me start talking about, "Yeah, so I went to that event the other night. Oh yeah, did you see Barbara? Yeah, I saw Barbara. I'm cool with her. I got to be cool with her because we went to school together." And they're having like this small talk. And then you'll hear him scream, "Face down, look straight ahead, look ahead, look ahead. Don't look at me. Don't look out the side of you. Look straight ahead." Yeah, we tried that new Outback Steakhouse in Vegas. Have you been to that new Outback yet? Oh, no, I haven't been to the Outback yet. Oh, yeah, they got that new one over there on McDowell Street. Go check out the new Outback. It's so good, man. I had the big... Shut up! Look straight ahead! Don't look over here! Are you looking over here? Then right back to their small talk again. And that's what this video... You can hear it happening here. You can hear it happening right here. Listen.
Who are you?
Nobody got hurt. No one's in jail.
I did not fight. I don't know how to fight. I'm only 130 pounds. I'm small. Can I fight?
So it was a good day, I guess.
We're just having small talk between them, ignoring her.
Who are you?
Nobody got hurt. No one's...
I'm hurt.
So.
I'm fucking hurt. I'm bleeding and my head is hurting.
If the caregiver is there in FDS 51, we can respond to
How are you? Been a while, man.
If it's a DNR.
Nope. You can't leave. We're going to the jail.
Then let's go. What are you waiting for?
Look at the nice, refreshing drink. Now he's going to address her with some, just to remind her that she's a prisoner. He's taking her to the jail. Then he'll continue some more small talk.
We gotta wait on the tow truck, and I still got stuff to do.
As Jasmine is driven to jail, she continues to plead her case from the back seat.
Burning in my leg. How much do you weigh compared to how much I weigh? Doesn't make any sense. And then you say I throw a punch. For what? To make you feel better? I did not throw no punch. How can I throw a punch? Why don't we go to the courthouse to find out why this lady likes me? Because she knew I would get in this predicament.
Why are we taking her to jail? I mean, all bets off. Why are we taking her to jail? Why is that the answer for everything? I'm just so confused. And now they're the author, the channel here, CK Body Cam, they're playing this, her desperate and begging, and they labeled it.
Part went to the courthouse to find out what's going on with my leg, and she lied to me. So my car can get impounded. I cannot afford to get that out. I have to take care of my kids, and this is wasting my time and my kids' time for no reason. And then he's gonna tell somebody, "Oh, are you okay? What has happened to you? You gotta go home, open up a cold beer, right?"
What did happen to him? Where's the damage she did that she needs to be locked away? I get it. She pulled some stupid stuff, but then she wasn't like crazy. She's just kooky, but she's not like violent and crazy. She's just a kooky person who should have been just get the flock out of here, kid.
Who's gonna feed my fucking kids? Who's gonna put my fucking kids to bed? They're gonna wonder where their mother is. But she went to pay her money to the courthouse when they want to go to Disney, and I can't even fucking take them because I have to work to pay these tickets from these red light cameras because I'm trying to go to work. And then you're gonna throw me on the fucking ground and then say throw a fucking punch. The fuck? Then what? If I get fucked, how do I even get out? Like, what the fuck is this shit? Doesn't make any sense. You see 2 car seats in the back. What the fuck does that mean? You see 2 car seats in the back. What the fuck does that mean?
So she doesn't live in her car, but all the stuff in the passenger seat is the stuff for the kids. I get it. I get it.
I didn't do nothing. No fucking nothing. She threw a she drove up. Yeah, to find out why they have the girls. Why? I was just there and paid a lot of money that I don't have.
So she's saying she took care of it yesterday. Whether it's true or not, you should maybe want to look into that and find out if that's true. Even if she's lying, you still got the keys and you got the car, so she can't do anything about it. But now you got to kidnap her. There are 2 car seats. She said, "You're a hero." I think that's what she said. There were 2 car seats in the back.
So fucking hero.
Jasmine was charged with resisting an officer with violence, obstruction without violence, and fleeing and eluding police. She faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted. Violence and fleeing.
5 years in prison. Like, I think we've gone a little bit too far to the right. It's gone too much where the charges, I just got out of jail, being put in jail for obstruction for filming a cop because he felt unsafe, Terry versus Ohio. So 5 years. 5 years of her life. Did she have a good day? No, she didn't. She didn't have a good day. She didn't have a good day. You can't say that she had a good day. She did not. She had a bad day that day. Have you ever had a bad day before? She had a bad day that day, for sure. She had a tough day. But I don't understand. So she had a bad day. We can all agree on that, right?
Was off duty, and investigators said he threatened to kill people. He, as a police officer, was off duty, and investigators said he threatened to kill people at his neighbor's 4th of July party if they did not stop shooting off fireworks.
He threatened to kill people. He's an off-duty cop if they didn't stop letting off fireworks.
This officer's bosses told this officer to stay home now.
But, I'm so sorry. We just saw a mother get drug off to jail. We just saw it. The mom got drug off to jail. Didn't threaten to hurt anybody. When told to stop, she stopped. When told to get out of the car, she got out of the car. Okay. Got 2 kids, 2 car seats in the back. They drug her off to jail. The cop threatened to kill people, pointed his gun at a bunch of people, and they told him to go home.
Yeah, on a normal Tuesday, James, he'd be at work right here at the police department. But yesterday, Miami Township Police told Lieutenant Jason Etter he is on paid leave while this criminal case is open. He's
Just listen. Just listen. My God, this is the most disgusting, like, ever.
Officer to stay home now.
They told this officer to stay home. That's his punishment. Stay home and get paid. And look at the reporter. They really got him. They really got this copper for what he did. He threatened to kill people, pointed a gun at them. And look how the reporter's just selling it, that the copper got what he had coming.
Yeah, on a normal Tuesday, James, he'd be at work right here.
He'd be right here working, but he's not working now.
Here at the police department. But yesterday, Miami Township Police told Lieutenant Jason Etter he is on paid leave.
You are on paid leave right now. You're on paid leave right this second. I'm coming in here. We're going to pay you to stay home while we're going to look at, the crimes you did.
While this criminal case is open, he's facing accusations he pointed a gun at a crowd that included children. Things got so bad, neighbors called 911.
Yeah, we're having a 4th of July, and my neighbor just came over, raising hell, and he's got an AR, and he laid down in the road and pointed the gun at us.
Court record.
Oh, man. But you need to stay home and get paid. We're going to take the mother of two to jail because she did everything I told her to do, but she did try to like drive off real sneak-alike. So she went to jail. You threaten to kill people. You stay home and get this money, okay? You stay home and take this money, all right? But don't you come around here. Don't you come around here. You need to stay home and get paid. That's what you need to do.
Records identify the suspect as Miami Township Police Lieutenant Jason Etter.
He's a lieutenant?
Perry Township officers wrote in court documents Etter was drunk when he walked to his neighbor's home with a rifle slung over his back Saturday night around 10:30 and yelled for the fireworks to stop because it triggers his PTSD and he was going to kill people present if the fireworks didn't stop.
Okay, so remember, they say lieutenant, okay? Let me explain something to you, though. Lieutenant means he's been in the game the longest. He's stuck around. A lot of people tap out, as you didn't know. They say there were 500,000 coppers down all over the country. Why do you think that is? A lot of people don't keep going to where they're lieutenant, right? So when you hear lieutenant or major or colonel or captain in the policing, those are the dudes who've been there long enough to play the political game long enough. But it's just a time thing. You're not lieutenant till you're in your 40s. Is he in his 40s maybe? But it's not like he's some lieutenant. I mean, look, he was drunk when he did the stupid shit he did.
On 10:30 and yelled for the fireworks to stop because it triggers his PTSD and he was going to kill people present if the fireworks didn't stop.
He says he's a ex-military, and hearing fireworks brings back memories.
That's when police say Etter walked back toward his home. Then officers say another firework went off. Etter turned around, dropped to a knee, and pointed the rifle at the crowd.
We all
This guy's a psycho. He's a total psycho.
Turned around, dropped to a knee, and pointed the rifle at the crowd.
we all took off running because he pulled the arm off of his shoulder and pointed it at us, so we all scattered.
The group of 17 people included 9 children.
That's horrible, especially from a cop. Don't expect that at all.
Whoa! I'm so sorry. What did Beard just say? What'd you just say, Beard? Oh, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me see.
Especially from a cop. Don't expect that at all.
Oh, put a 1 in the chat if you do expect that from a cop. Put a 1 in the chat if you do. If I do expect that from you, copper, for you to act completely irrational, debased, for you to be a complete and total psychopath beyond all psychopathy, I completely and utterly expect you to do that ish. I'm surprised the guy didn't fully snap and start dropping people with shots. I'm shocked he didn't. I completely and utterly expect the coppers to do that. What's he talking about? You got the epic looking old man here.
So what I've known of him, he's been really nice and cordial. So
look at they throw a cop suck in there. They threw a cop suck in there to save the lieutenant. Let's listen to the whole thing he says in context here so I can just, without interrupting it here.
that's horrible, especially from a cop. Don't expect that at all. So what I've known of him, he's been really nice and cordial. So he must have just kind of flipped or something.
That was, I mean, was that not a planned, was that not a psyops? Was that, I mean, what the fuck did we just see right there? That was so planted. It was so planted. You couldn't have planted that any better than the Trump shooter. That was so planted. Oh my God. Someone called him Uncle Jesse. Is that what you called him? To exonerate him, Stomper called him Uncle Jesse. Listen to this again. Listen to this. Forgive him. Forgive. Now, just put it in your head that you want to forgive the cop. Just put it in your head that you want to forgive the cop. And then you see a man, salt of the earth, Uncle Jesse.
That's horrible. Especially from a cop. Don't expect that at all.
So you don't expect that at all, being the cop sucker you are. So let's save the lieutenant.
So what I've known of him, he's been really nice and cordial. So
Uncle Jesse endorses the copper.
He must have just kind of flipped or something.
He just had a bad day and just flipped. But didn't the mother just drive off, just have a bad day? Isn't the exact same thing happen with her? She had a bad day. She just flipped a little bit, right? But she did stop when they asked her to stop. She did get out when he asked her to get out.
Eder is facing charges of weapons while intoxicated and 16 counts of aggravated menacing, all misdemeanors. Just in the last 45 minutes, Miami Township sent me a statement saying they will conduct an independent internal investigation of this incident while waiting on the outcome of the criminal case. And just in the last 20 minutes, I heard back from Eder's lawyer. He wanted to stress these are just allegations at this point, but beyond that, he said it is too early to comment.
He yelled the fireworks are going to trigger his PTSD. And if you don't stop right now, he's going to shoot you all. All right, listen, I'm going to do it till Monday. Is that a week? I'm going to do it till Monday. I'm going to do trifolds till Monday. I don't know if I have the ability to do it with my website through this. Let me see. Let me see something real quick, and I'll tell you guys if I do. Oh, I can't do it. Damn it. I have the $1 trifolds. I just can't get access to them while I'm live right now. I'll figure out how to do it and I'll do it. But what I'll still do, buy one, get one free trifold. And I'll give you also a pair of cop cars for free too. So if you get a trifold right now, I'll do it all the way till Monday. I'll do the same deal all the way till Monday. If you buy a trifold right now, I'll give you an additional one for free, and I'll give you a pair of cop cars for free. So if you get a trifold now, that's what I'll do. Like until Monday. Until Monday, Playboys. I mean, we're watching it. You guys are all watching the psyops garbage. You're watching it. You're watching everything that we're seeing. Everything that we're seeing, you're watching it. There's something I want to show you guys here. I found it. I found that bad chicken. I found it. That's Brian from Here's the Deal. I was watching his video. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show this to you guys. I thought, man, I want to show this. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna age restrict this whole. They'll age restrict this whole thing if I show. Okay, I could show this one. I got a different one I can show. So the other one is the machete. Have you guys not seen the machete one? Who hasn't? Put a one in the chat if you've seen the machete one. There's a video of man gets shot by the North Miami Beach Police Department. He's holding a woman hostage with a machete. Have you guys seen that? Put a one in the chat if you've seen that. Have you seen that? Because I want to show that, but I want the coppers to be able to see this, because if you haven't noticed, I have not broken. I haven't called them a PIIGY. I haven't called them that. I haven't called them any names. I've called no coppers any bad names whatsoever. So, yo, what's up, Playboy? For those who request a trifold, yeah, bunch of trifolds went off yesterday. I got a bunch of emails for people who wanted a trifold. Thank you, F. Appreciate you, man. I'll send off a bunch of free trifolds in the mail. That's what I'm going to do. I got over 20 people yesterday who wanted a free trifold. I told you guys yesterday I'd give a free trifold. Everybody who was here yesterday gets a free trifold. I'm sending off a bunch of free trifolds. Thanks, F, for covering those, because, there's like 20 people yesterday who I said, email me right now with your full name and address, and they did. And so it's like 20 people are going to get free trifolds. I mean, you know what I mean? We can't stop. We can't stop. We just got to keep going no matter what happens. Because listen, if we stop, it's not like the police state, prison state, death state is going to diminish. I mean, we're living in an absolute nightmare. We're living in, it's always darkest before the dawn. It feels like to me like it's pretty dark. I think the digital era with cameras everywhere, I think it's about to overtake this horrifically bad police corruption, police violence, police brutality. I think that people in general are going to have to start to see it how we do. Like that mother, that 4.5 foot tall mom who was definitely, kooky, but not criminal. She didn't need to be locked in a dungeon. Until other people see it like we do, then we're going to continue to see this horrible police brutality, police violence, police beatings, police hurting people. And you notice I'm still using the proper nomenclature so that the verbiage would be accepted by the general public. You gotta, yeah. I thought this was pretty funny. So I want to share this with you guys. This was the, I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to show it. I'm just going to show it.
Several law enforcement officers are no longer employed after being linked to a bizarre attack on the Jacksboro Vice Mayor's house. According to court records, former Jacksboro police officer Joseph Weaver resigned last Wednesday after being accused of buying and then stealing some cans of Vienna sausages and then throwing them, breaking 2 windows of the vice mayor's home. The sergeant with the Campbell County Sheriff's Office who responded to the call about this says one of the brands was Libby's, which he says is only sold at one store nearby. The motive behind this is not known, but according to the arrest warrant, Weaver was not alone that night. We're told that former Campbell County Sheriff's Office Corrections Officer Jeremy Weinberg was fired on Monday for policy violations. Former La Follette Police Officer Mallory Campbell resigned last Saturday. We're told she would have been suspended if she had not
Correction
done that.
officer,
The investigation.
correction officer, get out of the way. Police officer Mallory Campbell resigned. Correction officer, a jail guard, Jeremy Weinberg, fired. Police officer Joseph Weaver resigned. So these people did this to the mayor's house with Vienna sausages that they stole. They stole them. You understand that? Where are the charges? And this is in Jackson, bro.
Investigation into this remains ongoing.
The investigation into this remains ongoing. Well, that doesn't really do us a lot of good. Like we're living in dystopia, my friends. We are living in a dystopian. This is like a nightmare. I mean, this is literally like a nightmare, isn't it? Like we get to see now because the cameras are everywhere and there's always someone now listening. They could drop their phone on voice memo and just pick up what's happening, right? We are seeing it and feeling it and hearing it. Yo, F, dropping the major super chats, man. Thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate it. All I can do is promise you I'm not going to stop doing what I do. I won't stop. I will not stop. I won't stop. You guys heard that video? You could stop me, but you're going to have to can kill me. And it's a woman's voice. I can't, but thanks for the support, F. I appreciate it. We are not going to stop under any circumstances, under any conditions. There's just no way. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. There's just, all right. I could show you guys this one. I'm just trying to make sure, because it's not very often that I promise myself I'm going to use the proper nomenclature where I'm going to speak properly and make sure that the message can be heard and adhered to by everybody. But on this particular cast, I decided to try to keep it PG, but I thought that this meme was pretty funny. I thought this meme was pretty funny. I want unchecked power. And then the bottom of the boots say lick me. You see the two sides, it says lick me. And then he's got blood on his hands. Do you see the blood on his hands? I'm sorry. It's just, look, if the coppers don't want us to make fun of them and say mean things and be, where you're memed and stuff like that, well, then the cops are going to have to start to question the policies. They're going to have to start to question the policies, procedures, and protocols that they've agreed to sign up to do. They're going to have to make that decision in their heart. I think that until that happens, you're going to have this continued bombardment of media that, and so like here, I'll show you this.
A family rushing to save their dog's life stopped by the cops and held at gunpoint. KRQE Investigates first showed you that intense traffic stop where at the time the family caught in the crosshairs knew police officers should not act the way they did. Investigative reporter Gabrielle Burkhart shows you how a new lawsuit aims to drive that point home.
There's hurt.
Since William Albrecht and his family were stopped for speeding along 550 in the town of Bernalillo last year, trying to save their dog Stella's life.
She's going to die. She got hit by a car.
They've wanted to share their story.
I just could not believe the treatment that I was getting.
And make a change.
The message is you cannot afford to hire people that abuse the people that are supposed to be protected and served. It's
I'm so sorry. What did she just say? What did she? I wasn't sure what she just said. I think she just said something. Let me play it back.
The treatment that I was getting.
And make a change.
The message is you cannot afford to hire people that abuse the people that are supposed to be protected and served. It's untenable. It's unsustainable. It must stop.
It's a message.
You not believe the treatment that I was getting.
And make a change.
The message is.
And just listen to every single word of how beautifully she says this. Listen to what she says. Sorry about that.
You cannot afford to hire people that abuse the people that are supposed to be protected and served.
Okay, but here's the problem with what she just said. The policies, practices, and procedures that police officers in America have agreed to perform upon the general public in any given situation are brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. She has a point.
Treatment that I was getting.
And make a change.
Listen.
The message is you cannot afford to hire people that abuse.
It's not that they're hiring people who abuse. It's that the training is teaching them to abuse. The training is teaching them to treat us the way we're being treated by cops in the United States of America.
Abuse the people that are supposed to be protected and served. It's untenable. It's unsustainable. It must stop.
It's a message civil rights attorney Shannon Kennedy is sending to the town of Bernalillo and its police department in a civil rights lawsuit for that traffic stop KRQE Investigates first exposed.
Face the away from me.
Lapel video shows former Bernalillo police officer Jeremy Navarez immediately point a gun at Albrecht, ordering him out of the car.
Step back. Step back.
The officer directs Albrecht into traffic.
Step back. Go to your left.
And ignores pleas from the family trying to explain.
My dog's about to die.
Okay, everything you're seeing right there, everything you're seeing, that's their training. It's not that they're hiring specific individuals who are monsters. And by the way, when they tested the Nazis after World War II, and they put them under psychological evaluation, you know what we found out? They were normal people following orders. They weren't psychopaths. They were taught to do what they did.
Backup leaks Albrecht into traffic.
He's trained to do the things he's doing.
Step back, go to your left.
And ignores pleas from the family trying to explain.
My dog's about to die.
They don't care. They're trained a specific way, and your wants and needs are irrelevant.
Backup arrives and officers continue with the felony stop.
I need to get to that man.
His wife and 16-year-old son also held at gunpoint.
Come to me. My dog's gonna die.
Albrecht was handcuffed and placed in the back of a patrol car without explanation.
Sir, my dog's bleeding out.
Without explanation. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if this is normal. Put a 1 in the chat if this is normal. If this is a normal, put a 1 in the chat if this is completely normal. There's the 1 right there. This is completely normal behavior. Completely normal. Totally normal. This is completely normal. This is regular behavior. Put a 1 in the chat if this is regular. They put him in the car without an explanation. We just saw it a second ago. What am I doing this for? Give me your license and then I'll tell you. We've created this Gestapo type of organization here, but don't use acronyms. Don't say things like that. Where's it at? Sorry about that. I lost it. I was looking for this. Don't say things like that. Don't say things like that. Don't you dare say things like that. Don't say things like that. Listen, Ivan, don't use acronyms like that. You're going to offend them. They're going to be offended by that. But look what they're doing. And what's funny is the reporter's pretending this is the most ironic part. The reporter is pretending as though this is, and then they're putting him in the car without even telling him why. What rock you been sleeping under? What are you talking about?
Also held at gunpoint.
Yeah, that's.
Listen.
His wife and 16-year-old son also held at gunpoint.
Normal. Completely normal. Completely and utterly normal. Nothing abnormal about that in the United States.
Come to me. My dog's gonna die.
Albrecht was
They don't care.
Handcuffed and placed in the back of a patrol car without explanation.
Car.
Normal. Nothing irregular about that. That's their policy, procedure, and protocol.
My dog's bleeding out of. Okay.
This is inexplicable, immediate escalation of confrontation.
Kennedy's law.
This is inexplicable, immediate escalation of confrontation.
Kennedy.
What are you talking about? Put a 1 in the chat if you're seeing a normal, if that's the normal, simple, normal way that police in this country behave. That's normal. That's acceptable. That's okay. Just like that. Do it like that. It's okay. You can do it like that. It's okay. We're trained you to do it just like this. And these people are pretending as though this isn't put a 1 in the chat if that is normal.
Kennedy's law firm is no stranger to seeking justice from those who abuse their power.
I've been practicing for 30 years, Mr. Kennedy, a little longer.
Their lawsuit.
Do you love her? Oh, I love her. Just watch the way she even talks. Watch.
Use their power.
I've been practicing for 30 years, Mr. Kennedy, a little longer.
Their lawsuit against Bernalillo.
A little longer. Did you see it? She's magnificent, right?
I've been practicing for 30 years, Mr. Kennedy, a little longer.
Their lawsuit against Bernalillo claims the Albrecht's constitutional rights were violated and claims the town is liable for officers and public employees' acts, which amounted in this case to claims of assault, battery, false arrest, and false imprisonment of the Albrecht family.
I mean, every day people are pulled over for speeding, and they're not drawn down on.
That's normal too, counselor. Longer, 30 years. She's been practicing for 30 years. And she's just now understanding this is a normal practice by the police in America. I mean, am I wrong here? I've had guns pointed at me by coppers 10 times just for being pulled over. 10 times at least.
You know, so I don't know what's in the water in the town of Bernalillo. We're going to find out, and we're going to make sure that people driving through that town are safe.
Navarez has.
Where's Bernalillo? Anybody? Where's Bernalillo? Is that Bernalillo, California? Because she's a little longer, you know. I don't know if that's Bernalillo, California. I'm not sure. Anybody know where it is? Bernalillo.
since been fired and later arrested on a domestic violence charge. That battery case is still pending.
Sadly, it's not surprising.
Kennedy says psychological screenings are required in New Mexico when officers are hired and should flag people like Navarez.
Sometimes there's pressures to get more officers on the street, so the standards are lowered, and then there's no accountability.
The Albrecht
It's New Mexico.
weren't cited for speeding that day, eventually let go without explanation, even cursed by the officer as they drove off.
Navarez is just angry. Navarez is just reviews in Arabic. I'm sorry, I've been away for a while. When did you come out of jail, brother? About 5 days ago now. 5 days ago, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. But it's Bernalillo, New Mexico. Is that right? Make sure that we know. And reviews in Arabic. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Means a lot to me, dude. Because we don't stop. So there's going to be more to come. I'm going to sue these people for what they did. 100%. I got some news about the judge and what we can do and what we can't do, but I don't want to lose focus here. I want to stay focused on this right here. We'll talk about it.
Are you kidding me? The individuals that are caught on camera acting in such a disparaging, disgraceful way should be terminated, and they shouldn't be rehired by other departments.
Their dog Stella.
That's called reciprocity. So when we see a copper get fired, you're like, a copper got fired or copper resigned, right? You see those things? That copper still has his peace officers and training. He still got his little certificate. And that certificate makes it so he has 5 full years. He could get fired from that police department there, and then he has 5 years to get reciprocity. Not just in another state. He can go to Florida. He can go to Minnesota. He can go to New Mexico. He can go to Alaska. He can go anywhere he wants and say, hey, I got fired at this police department for doing this, but they got such a shortage, like she said. And then they go, okay, cool. We'll take you. But you really got to be careful. You can't be beating and hurting and acting like a psychopath like you did before. Promise? And the psychopath's like, I promise. And I think this is the part we already knew that the dog is going to,
Full way should be terminated, and they shouldn't be rehired by other departments.
Their dog Stella didn't make it.
What if this dog was a grandmother? What if this dog was a baby? What if someone is speeding to get emergency medical care for a beloved family member and they're drawn down on? I just wonder, where is the leadership?
We reached out to Bernalillo police to see if other officers involved in the stop were disciplined, but we haven't heard back. Kennedy and the Albrechts want administrators to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know, for whatever reason, you are employing as a community people in uniform and with guns that are acting in an abusive, dangerous manner.
Well, but I'm sorry. I mean, yo, F. That's like, is that F or A? F. Thanks for the super chats, F. That's a lot of super chats. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to keep focused. Thank you for the support, but listen to what she says right here. And is she really absolutely effing clueless?
And
just to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know.
We're going to let the townspeople know.
For whatever reason. You are employing as a community.
We're letting the townspeople know that you, as a community, you are employing
people in uniform and with guns.
People in uniform with the badges and all that, and with guns
that are acting in an abusive, dangerous manner.
Did you know that? Did you know that? You're going to let the townspeople know? Maybe we could put up a banner, huh? I know. Why don't we get one of those trucks like in Vegas, right? And put a big light box on the back of it and said, do you know that you're employing? Let me just.
Administrators to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know, for whatever reason, you are employing as a community people in uniform and with guns that are acting in an abusive, dangerous manner. And it's something that needs to be changed.
Gabrielle Burkhart.
That's a fucking revelation. There's a revelation, huh? I mean, like I honestly, I gotta stop my face. My cheeks you gotta stop. I can feel the flushness in my face. Like, what is she talking about? What like?
Want administrators to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know, for whatever reason, you are employing as a community people in uniform and with guns that are acting in an abusive, dangerous manner. And it's something that needs to be changed.
You know, far be it from me, this lowly soul over here, for me to point out the obvious here, counselor. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that it's the policy, procedure, and protocol of every single police department in America that makes these guys bad. That's what I'm going to say. I mean, let me.
Albrechts want administrators to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know.
She's going to let people know.
For whatever reason.
Let the townspeople know that for whatever reason. I'm going to guess that the for whatever reason part of it. Okay. The for whatever reason, I'm going to go like this. We're going to change that for whatever reason. And we're going to change that with we know why. We know why. Listen.
Take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know, for whatever reason, you are employing as a community people in uniform and with guns that are acting in an abusive, dangerous
manner, and that has to change. So we know that. But we also know that the for whatever reason are the policies, procedures, and protocols implemented by every police department in America. Put a one in the chat if we know that. If we know for a fact that that's what it is. If we know that, put a one in the chat. It's not for whatever reason, counselor. That's not what it's for. It's not for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Nope. Counselor. Nope. Love you. Long time. Right. But you have to understand that the policies, procedures, and protocols that we, the American people, have allowed this autonomous agent, which is the police, completely autonomous agency. They set their own policies, procedures, and protocols, counselor, that create bad people out of some people who joined and were good. But the policy, procedure, and protocol is so brutal, inhumane, and barbaric that nobody could actually do that to another person with somebody filming them, and it not look horrifically brutal, inhumane, and barbaric. There it is. Could counselor, someone send her this video, clip this mofo, and send this lawyer this video in the city and state she's in. I want to help you, counselor. You have a long career and it's beautiful. You're beautiful, baby. Okay. You are absolutely gorgeous. Love you. But you need to understand it's not for whatever reason. It's the policy, procedure, and protocol that every single police department in America has to take you on the ground, put your hand on the back of your neck, face down, cuff you behind the back, put you in a cage, strap you in. There's no part of that procedure that is humane. It was created for Kuta Kente. It was created for Kuta. It was created for slavery. So there's no part of that that's going to be good. Okay, counselor? Okay. Woo! Huh? Are we? Is that correct? Roger Lane. Thank you, Roger. Roger Lane gave out 10 memberships. Thank you. I appreciate it. F. Bunch of super chats. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Roger. Darth. God bless you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you joining. God bless you, dude. Appreciate you becoming a member, sharing a membership. It's unbelievable. Pretty spot on. I mean, pretty spot on. Police officers of America, to the gentlemen wearing blue, to the good men and women who sign up to become police officers in the United States of America. I believe on this live stream, I have illustrated to you, I have clearly enunciated without any sort of ad hominem attack or any kind of insult to you as a person. I have showed you during this live stream without any insult the reason why people use slurs against police officers in the United States of America. I've explained it to you now. I've showed you examples of someone who complied with orders, but you wanted to play the sadistic game of Simon Says that if you do this, then I get to put you in jail. And so then you saw that police officer greatly escalate, attack, hurt, and cage a woman while he then had small talk and bantered back and forth. Hey, good to see you. Where you been? I've been down here a little while. How you doing? This is the reason why some people in America use slurs when they address or talk about police. I want to be 100%, I've been clear, right? Like I've been clear. I've been totally cool, right? Have I not been totally cool this whole broadcast? I have been, right? I've been cool, haven't I? I haven't used any kind of slurs of any kind. Nope. I've been nothing but copacetic with you guys, right? Okay. I didn't say anything. I didn't say, right? So I just want to be clear. Right? This is the reason why people don't like or respect the police. And it's funny. She says the quiet part out loud. She says the truth out loud.
Involved in the stop were disciplined, but we haven't heard back. Kennedy and the Albrechts want administrators to take note.
And we're also going to let the townspeople know, for whatever reason, you are employing as a community people in uniform and with guns that are acting in an abusive, dangerous manner. Be protected and served.
So she's Shannon.
You cannot afford to hire.
Okay, Shannon Kennedy. Now listen carefully. Everybody listen carefully, because I'm gonna find Shannon Kennedy. She's got a beautiful soul.
People that abuse the people that are supposed to be protected and served. It's untenable. It's unsustainable. It must stop.
It's a message civil rights attorney Shannon Kennedy is sending to the town of Bernalillo.
Shannon Kennedy in Bernalillo. Okay. Let me see. Thank you, Darth Scrapper. God bless you. Thank you. So Bernalillo, Shannon Kennedy. Bernalillo, New Mexico, attorney Shannon Kennedy, civil rights attorney. Let's see what we get. The Kennedy Law Firm. I got it. Ha ha ha. Ha. Is that the Kennedy Law? Is that it? Is that it? Did we get it? Is that hers? Let me zoom in for you guys. Thank you, Darth Scrapper. Appreciate you, man. Chuck from Ohio. Okay, so let's check it out real quick. All right, I think that this is the right one, but let's check it out. Let me zoom all the way in for you guys. That is Kennedy. That's her right there. That's the same woman with her hair a little blonder. Okay. Okie dokie. Civil rights attorney. Let me make sure it's a civil rights attorney. Kennedy. I'm gonna just give her a call. Oh, let me do it from my other phone. My other phone's got a louder speaker. 1 second. Let's bear with me here. Can you guys hear that okay?
You've reached the Kennedy Law Firm. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. We are currently assisting other clients or are away from the phone. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and we'll return your call as soon as possible during our regular business hours. Thank you for choosing the Kennedy Law Firm.
Record your message at the tone. Press any key or stop talking to end the recording.
Hi, my name is ChilleDeCastro. I have a fairly popular YouTube channel called DeleteLawZ, and I just watched a video of Shannon Kennedy, and I wanted to invite her on the show. I wanted to invite her on DeleteLawZ. We just covered a video with her in it, and so you could call me back on this number. Well, maybe not. I'll have to call you back, but here's the point, though. Shannon Kennedy, she said she was going to get justice for the people of Bernalillo in New Mexico, and she said that for some reason their community is employing people who wear badges and carry guns who are abusing people. So I called to talk to Shannon Kennedy to tell her that the reason why that there are some people that are bad in that area where Bernalillo is because the policies, procedures, and protocols that the police have, and they train the people who work at the police department with those policies, procedures, and protocols. That's the reason why, Miss Kennedy. And if you want to come on DeleteLawZ, come on. I just showed your clip here on my channel, and I'd like to have a conversation with you. We love you, just so you know. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if we love her. You'll be able to read the chat back. There's hundreds of people listening as I leave you this. We absolutely, completely, and totally, we love you, Shannon Kennedy. And I really want you to come on because I want to talk with you about that for some reason part where you said that. You said that for some reason, the cops in New Mexico, Bernalillo, for some reason, they're the bad coppers there. I think I want to discuss that with you in more detail because you're a civil rights attorney and we love civil rights attorneys. So hit me back. I'll call your office again tomorrow. All right. You and I will talk more. God bless you, Shannon Kennedy. God bless you. All right. Talk to you soon. This is Chille from DeleteLawZ. Bye-bye.
To listen to the recording, press 1. To save the recording, press...
Hi, my name is ChilleDeCastro.
We got it. We got it. Shannon Kennedy. Shannon Kennedy coming up. Guest starring on DeleteLawZ is going to be Shannon Mother Truckin' Kennedy. Yeah. We're going to get her on this show. We are going to get her on this show. And I will run and I will become the governor and I will change these policies from the top down. This is absolutely horrible, horrible system. I'm going to need all of y'all's help. There's no way I'll be able to do this without you guys. There's just no way. There's no way. There's no way. I'll fail miserably without every single person's help because I can't take any money from private businesses and entities like that. But do you notice something? The cars are white and yellow and blue. They're bright so you can see them. See that? That's how the cop cars should look. They shouldn't be black with blacked out windows. That's how they should look right there. That's how the cop cars in America should look. They should be peace symbols. Yeah, see, and just so you guys know, I saw this, but you know, I don't agree with this. I don't want to see this happen here. I don't agree with turning cars over and breaking things and destroying things. We have to beat them at their own political game. We can't do it like this. We can't We can't do that. You got to do it right. You can't do it with violence. I wanted to show you guys the color of the car, but I wanted you guys to see that's what our cars should look like. They should be bright, white, orange, yellow, with some spots of blue, clear glass so we can see what the cops are doing inside. We should, yeah, I can't. So do you see what I'm saying? We shouldn't do it that way. That's not the right way to do it. And I don't endorse that, because we're only one step away from being a completely lawless society, because those we pay to uphold the law are lawbreakers. Yeah, it doesn't interest me. That kind of chaos, it doesn't interest me at all. So there's no sound on this, just so you know. And do you see the caption of this? So the caption of this is standard practice? And this was in Edmonton, Canada. Is this the standard practice? Look, there's the first knee. There's the second knee. They're pushing his face down into the concrete as he knees him in the side. Another one comes in. He doesn't ask what's going on. Oh my God. Getting his murder gloves on. They're not done. He punches him in the back. Drops his knee in his kidneys. Punches him. The guy's kicking his feet. He can't breathe. He's got too many men on him. Punches him in the back. Torture cuffs him. Now they treat him like that. That's where he was sitting to begin with. They walk up to him and he says, I give up. Got his hands up. He gave up completely. They throw him on the ground. They start beating on him. They're beating on him. Dropping knees. Drop another knee. Another one sticks his knee across his neck. Rabbit punch. Knee. Punch. Punch. See, and show me which one de-escalated this. Show me which one. The guy's got his hands up. Giving up. Okay, this guy comes running in. Neither one of them says, hold on, let's just see if he'll just stand up and turn around. They throw him to the ground. And they just start beating on him. Like, they throw him on the ground and if Shannon Kennedy sees this, I just want her to to see this. If Shannon Kennedy saw this. Granted, this is in Edmonton. This is in Canada. So this is in Canada. Edmonton. So if there's any, well, so that's the whole thing. Now, if you want to address the good police officers, well, which ones are they? Because neither one of these guys had any damn sense at all whatsoever. Neither one of them had any sense. They just went running in, and this guy's beating him, and the other guy, who's the de-escalator? I don't see who's de-escalating this at all. Who's the one that's slowing this down? Why doesn't this guy say stop beating on him? Why has he just got a taser? You got two arms, just use them. But he wants to use the taser on the guy's back. Now they're just beating on him. It's just so how do you address which the good cop is? Which one's the good one? I mean, it's a fair question. Now he drops his knee across his neck. He ran right in. The only place his knee could have gone was on the man's neck. There's no other place that his knee could have gone. There's just not. Watch. So there's his head. We see it right on the other side of this is his head. Sorry about that. Let me see what you guys can see. So we can see that we can see where his head is just on the other side. Okay, there's his head right there. His head was right there. Up there we can see the back of the hand on the head. Okay, so he puts his knee right on the guy's neck, right on the back of his neck. He just stuck his knee on the back of the guy's neck. And then he punches him, rabbit punches him. And then he drops the knee while this guy's got his... So police officers don't want us to call them PIG. They don't want us to call them the pig word. They don't want that. Right? That's not what the cops want. They don't want to be called pigs. They don't want to be all grouped together. Who's the good cop? Who's the good cop? Can someone point out the good cop for me? Someone point out the good officer on the scene there. Officer watching this, show me the good one. Show me which the good one is. I didn't watch back my last couple broadcasts, but I kind of listened to it for 2 seconds and was like, oh man, like I'm going pretty hard. So, okay. I'll pull it back a little bit. Not going to just sit here and scream that you guys are, slurs for my entire broadcast. So instead of me saying any slurs, which I have avoided the entire broadcast, I just point that out because it's hard for me. Because when I watch this and I say, which one is the good officer on the scene? Show me the good cop and I'll stop. I'm going to stop saying slurs altogether so I can become more electable so I can be your boss. That's the plan. So I can, as you can see, the entire broadcast, I haven't used, and I'll continue to not use any slurs for right now. You show me who the good cop was. And maybe we can start to change the tone a little bit. Maybe, just maybe, we can do something about the tone and what's going on in this world right now. But because right now, what we're seeing video after video after video. I've been away for 4 months. I've been locked in a jail for 4 months. I've been in a jail for 4 months. For obstruction, for filming a cop. Because cops are such a protected class. It's just there's a lot of things I could go into detail. I have a little bit of good news though. I have a tiny bit of good news for you. This is on my list here to share with you guys. So let me share this with you. This is, I mean, is it good news? I don't know if it's good news.
40 feet either. I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. No, it's a regular person. Yeah. Yeah, just write a check. Just yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
That comment ended up costing a Seattle police officer his job. Breaking news tonight, Interim Chief Sue Rahr has announced tonight that she has fired Officer Daniel Otterer.
That officer was caught on dash camera video making those comments, joking and laughing about a college student, John Vicandula. She was hit and killed in early 2023 by another SPD officer on the way to a call. In January, the Office of Police Accountability announced it found he acted unprofessionally. Tonight, internal police sources tell King 5 Interim Chief Rahr was strongly considering a 30-day suspension for Officer Daniel Otterer. In the end, sources say she went with termination so she wouldn't appear too lenient. Tonight, Rahr released a lengthy statement saying she had to weigh the intent versus the impact of her decision, adding, quote, "There is no doubt that the named officer's cruel comments and callous laughter about the tragic death caused deep pain to Ms. Condola's family, but also immeasurable damage to the public trust of police in the Seattle community across."
I'm so sorry. Let me just run this back just real quick. Sorry about this, but just wanted to.
Tonight, Rahr released a lengthy statement saying she had to weigh the intent versus the impact of her decision, adding, quote, "There's no doubt that the named officer's cruel comments
that their cruel comments and callous laughter
about the tragic death caused deep pain to Ms. Condola's family, but also immeasurable damage to the public trust of police."
So, I mean, I appreciate the firing, but now let's just apply those words to every single Terry stop in America. Listen to the words and then just apply it to a Terry stop.
She wouldn't appear too lenient. The impact of her decision, adding, quote, "There is no doubt that the named officer's cruel."
That police and their cruel policies and callous behavior cause deep pain to Americans and immeasurable damage to the public trust every single time you see somebody be Terry stopped. Every single time. Every time. History Bear said, "Your crimes in Vegas were most egregious. For filming the cop, I was put in jail. Contempt of cop and hurting the feelings of a dishonorable wench judge." Yeah, History Bear. Thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Apply this to Terry versus Ohio. Every single stop, every single time somebody is stopped and subjected to being thrown on the ground, put in torture cuffs, and then drug off to a caged car. That's it. Stop right there. Even if you let the person out, what you've done to them up to there is so disgusting, so egregious to humane society, so disgusting what you did to that person in a Terry stop, where you stopped them, then quite possibly made them lay on their belly on the ground, torture cuffed them, felt their body all up and down, fingers in every crevice, then put them in the back of a caged car. And you wonder why people talk disrespectfully about police officers in the United States of America. Now you know why. I told you. I just explained it to you. And if you read this, as I consider all the factors of what a Terry stop is, there's no doubt that police using cruel behavior and callous tactics cause deep pain to every American's family who's ever been Terry stopped. But when we see it on camera, immeasurable public trust of the police, immeasurable damage to the public trust of police. When we see what you do, when we see what you do to people in the streets during a Terry stop, it makes us use slurs and say things that are hateful and spiteful about the police. Understand? Are we on the same page? Are you getting what I'm putting down, Brown? You feel me? To my Ennas in Clark County Detention Center. I hope you understand. I hope that you truly understand. Running a special today. I'm running a special. Get my trifold right now. Get my trifold. I'm going to give you a second one for free. And I'm going to give you a pair of these fancy Fifth Amendment cop cards that are like a credit card, and they will never melt in your wallet ever. Big promotion. Big promotion. I've been in jail for 4 months and I didn't get a chance. I gave away a bunch today. I sent off 20 free ones today to people. And so today I'm doing the special. You buy one, you get one free, and I give you a pair of cop cards just like your license, just like your credit card. See that? Just like that. Just like that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Did you see that? Did you guys notice that? Thank you. I appreciate that. God bless you. It takes amazing self-control for me not to call police officers the classical slurs that we've all learned because of the way we see them behave on camera. But I wanted to prove to myself that I could go on camera and speak for 2.5 hours now and never use a slur or a curse towards police officers. And I've done that. So it's not me who's out of control. It's the policies, procedures, and protocols of police that are out of control. I'm going to change that intro as well. I'm going to change that intro. I'm going to do it again. But go get a trifold. This is, if you want to support me, support yourself. Get a trifold in your car. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right. Do not talk to police. Then learn all 12 of the cases on here. Thank you, April. Learn all 12 of the cases on here. Don't stop till you learn every single case on here. Learn them all. And then make sure you always have your phone and your Fifth Amendment cop cards. Your cop cards go in your wallet. Right now it's buy one trifold, get a trifold free, and get cop cards free. I've been gone. I couldn't do giveaways and promos and stuff, and now I can. Don Andre Investigations. That is my brother. Listen, let me know, Don Andre, when you want to do anything at all. If you want to do an interview, we could do an interview on my channel or your channel. Let's sit down and maybe you write some questions and I'll answer the questions, whatever. Don Andre Investigations, everybody. One of my favorite channels, made a video about me while I was in jail, supported me all the way. A good friend of mine, someone who I have had the pleasure of knowing in real life besides just on the internet. And he's an absolutely wonderful person. If you are not a subscriber of Don Andre Investigations, you definitely have to get over there. Yeah, let's do a part 2. Let's do a follow-up. Call me up. Let's do it on Zoom, and then you can do what you do with it. But I would love to. Yeah, I'm still doing a couple legal things. Yeah, part 2. Everybody's saying part 2 now. Lezo TVO is in the hizzy. Chevy, where's Chevy? Chevy, chime in. I haven't seen you. So you say. It's Don Andre in the hizzy. What's up with the Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? Hey, Don Andre, do you have these fancy cards? Don Andre, do you have a pair of these? Don Andre Investigations. If you don't have a pair of these Don Andre Investigations, I'm going to send you out a couple pair of cards. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you out a couple pair of cards. A couple pair of cards for Don Andre Investigations. That's what I'm going to do. The cards are what you pull out when you see the cop says he smells weed. Everything you need to do, you follow the step-by-step tutorial. Follow the step-by-step tutorial. Was that you? I saw you again. Part 2 coming soon, amigo. The follow-up. Yeah, it should be pretty good. It should be pretty good. We should definitely do a follow-up. So today's promo, once again, today's promo is you buy one trifold, you get one for free. So you get 2 for the price of 1. And then you also are going to get a pair of my cop cards for free. For free. I'm going to put these in the envelope with you for free. So that's the deal I'm doing until Monday. I'm going to do it until Monday. I'm going to do it till Monday. That's what I'm going to do till. I'm going to do buy one trifold, get one free, and get a pair of cop cards free until Monday. You don't have to say anything. You just buy one trifold. Boom. When I ship it, that's how I'm going to ship it. And then we'll ship everything out on Monday. There'll probably be like 100 envelopes. So we'll ship everything on Monday. We'll get it all out. We'll get everything out. That's the deal I'm making. That's the deal I'm making, Playboy. So tonight, let me tell you what I'm doing. Drophead, what's going on, Playboy? Drophead 74 is in here. I did not see I saw AMG Stealth. AMG Stealth, thanks for coming. F, thank you for the super chats. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All you guys, thank you for the super chats. April Rain for gifting memberships. Thank you, Roger. Thank you so much for the super chat. I super appreciate it. It means an absolute ton. Roger Lane bought some memberships. Thank you so much. Like, I am nothing but like grateful. Like, got to get back, to where got to get back to, listen, Rome was not built in a day. I'm not going to be able to bring my whole brain back and come back and, but what I saw today though is that I was able to no, deliveries now. Deliveries. So just so you know, we get your trifold order today. We ship it out tomorrow. So it's like, that's how fast we do it. Jessica Kirstad, thank you so much for your support while I was in the dungeon. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you all. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. BZ Watchdog in the Hizzy Rebel Studio. What is going on, my friend? Citizens Broadcast Cooperative. James Forbes. What is going on, my friend? Kinetic Customs and Racing. Good to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Bruce, what's the matter? You, Dawn DeBomb was here. Truth of God. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it. It's nice to talk to everybody. Nice to see everybody. Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tanya? How do you say that? Do you say Tanya or Tanya? Willie B is here. Thank you, Willie, for coming. I really appreciate it. Forrest Goodwin, good to see you, Forrest. Clown Patrol, what is going on? We will get a part due. Let's go, OTVO. Brick was here. We had Brick in the room. Thank you, Brick. I appreciate you, man. I want to do a live stream on your channel, Brick, so let me know when you want to do it. Set it up, Brick, and we'll do a live stream on your channel, and then you and I can talk on yours. We'll set that up. Member for 6 months, and he showed up in Vegas when I was on trial. Just a great dude. Derek Morris, good to see you, my friend. Milena, good to see you. April Rain, always love you, honey. James Forbes. All right, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. Tonight, I'm going to dinner with the gentleman who watched Charlie. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking him and his son out to dinner tonight. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing tonight. So I really appreciate all your support and all your love. I promise you, we don't stop. Put an OTVO in the chat. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Jungle, check your spam folder. It'll go to your spam folder, but I'll double check it and I'll make sure you get loaded for bear, my friend. We don't stop under any circumstances, under any conditions. Listen, I love you all. Thank you guys for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.